am here with the current and brand new YCS champion in Charlotte, North Carolina with who?
Elijah Green.
And what did you play today, you champion you?
40 card prank kids.
That is, first of all, 40 cards in this format is incredible. Proud of you. How did you feel going into today?
Very confident. Confident in the mirror and felt like I was going to do well.
Do you think there's anything you would change in your deck right now? Minus, the things that I know in the future that you had to change.
After hearing everybody yell at me, maybe consider Dark Charmer in
That's
there.
fair.
And definitely putting Unicorn in my extra deck.
That is very fair. Well, really quickly, do you have any shout outs before we get right into the deck profile?
Everybody that I rode up here with,
Of course. The gang.
Everybody. And then Little Fat Tony Gaming and Anthony Shops and all the rest of my team at Pandora Gaming. So.
Amazing. All right, Squad, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, like the video, and I hope you guys enjoy this deck profile. Thank you, Elijah, again for all of your hard work. You've really been through it. I hope you drink some water after this.
Thank you.
Let's get into it.
Pretty much Clifton's deck, almost card for card. I made like 2 changes to it before we brought it, so yeah, but let's go ahead and go through the list. For the prank kids, you just play 2 of all of them. So 2 Roxys, 2 Dropsies, 2 Lampsies, 2 Fansies. You have to cut something to get it down to 40, so the kids are the worst cards to draw like multiples of. And you can usually afford to draw 2 and it's not that bad, but if you're drawing 3 it's horrible, so just play the smallest amount of them that you can get away with. And then the Pseudo Bricks, the Griffin Rider, and the 2 DP Bricks. Drew both of these together twice during the tournament. That was super sick. Still won one of those games somehow. And then hand traps. We played triple Ash, triple Ogre, just the most generic ones. Especially at a big event.
Best card to like draw off the in-phase pranks too.
Yeah. Trying to max on as many ones that you can draw off of pranks. And then this was the interesting
Did you like this
one.
change?
Yes, this was the craziest card for me. This was originally a Called by the Grave for the past week or 2, but I noticed I was winning every single game that I drew Nibiru, so we ended up cutting that and just putting this in, and the deck can kind of naturally play through hand traps, so Called by wasn't that crazy. We weren't getting scythed a lot, and if we were, Nibiru could have just prevented it in the first place, so was really happy with that. And then the double Imperm. I talked to you about doing this or Valor a lot. I was pretty happy it was Imperm most of the time. It was like, you can't draw this off pranks and use it, which sucks, but you can draw it for turn, which is really good, which is what he said. Works better with droplets, because you can like use this, chain droplets, etc. And it comes up in the trap matchups, being able to like shut off the back row. So, yeah, that's the hand traps in the main. And then just the 3 Enchantress for the last monsters. Obviously play as many of the Brave Starters as you can, because those cards are ridiculous. More Brave Starters, foolish, right. Yeah, you just want to max out on these, and playing 40 and having, 7 of the starters just means you're going to see one really often. So, and then the 2 engine requirements, just Fateful and Draco back. We're not playing Souls or anything, so you don't need to play more of them. And then Prank Kids spells. 1 Pranks, 1 Pandemonium, and then 2 Places. Tried cutting it to 3 at one point, but it gets awkward trying to resolve future Fansies if you open too many of them. So this ended up being the right amount, and I really like this card. The boost comes up a ton. So yeah, that's all for the prank spells. And then the last defensive, Forbidden Droplet. Shout outs Clifton. I tried to take this card out of my deck. He convinced me not to.
We wanted Gamma.
Yeah, we were testing Gamma
You
and
wanted
Driver.
Gamma.
Yeah.
So it performed?
Yeah, this card went crazy, and just so many times. Just pitching Enchantresses or like places, chaining to the many spells you play. Yeah, it's just crazy. Yeah, no complaints from that. And then just the 2 Fusion Destiny, obviously. And that's all for the main deck, clean 40.
That's super clean.
And then what's next? Extra side. I guess we'll do side deck. For the side, we played Triple Judgment for when we're going first. It was just the most generic good going first card that did stuff on its own. So like regardless of if your play's going through, this card will usually give you another turn.
It's another powerful card to draw off of Roxy's too.
Yeah, it's insane to draw off of Roxy's. Negating droplets and stuff is super huge because nobody can beat Butler without a cheese card like droplets or something. So definitely the best going first one. No complaints. Triple twin for the trap decks. I played 2 Eldritch and top cuts, so I kind of wish I had more, but I also don't think I ever drew one against them. I just kind of attacked them with Prank Kids monsters over and over. So.
You want to talk about that card last? Or?
Yeah, probably.
It's not spicy, but.
Yeah. And then
That was kind of spicy.
triple Super Poly. Oh, this card's crazy. One of the best reasons to play 40 is to draw this card the most, because the mirror is literally like if one person draws this and the other person doesn't, it's like so hard to lose. It's just insane. And it's good against random decks. I beat Andres Torres almost strictly because of this card. Just sucking up 2 darks is super good.
A lot of people just don't pop their Anaconda with DP too. They
Yeah.
just leave them on the field.
I don't think I had anybody do that today. I guess they're playing around Ghost Bell and Called By and stuff, but it just,
Plays into that.
yeah, super hard. I even put this in going first in the mirror, because you just like let them summon off Meow and then fuse their 2 guys away. They can summon the dude off of you fusing, but then they can't make Meow again, so they just lose. And then triple Droll, combo decks, Flunder. We were playing Lancey at one point as well, but we switched out for this last card that I'm about to show you. Kind of figured out the Flunder matchup's just winnable.
Unwinnable.
We're if they're playing, you're not going to win anyways.
Yeah.
Like if they have Shifter and stuff. So, and most of your hand traps in the main deck are decent versus them, like Ash Ogre, Imperm, Droplet if they don't have Shifter. So, yeah, this was mostly for combo and stuff. And then the last card, the card I ended up always putting it in first in the mirror, was triple Token Collector.
That was the best change.
Yeah, this card was ridiculous. Originally, I was putting Droll in against the 60 card Prank Kids, but I very quickly realized that I liked this card more. This card was just insane. And I versed like 3 Cyberse Eldritch, so this card was like an FTK versus them as well. So, yeah, that's the side deck. And it just works with the engine. You can like discard it off like Fateful and stuff or Droplets. It's just really good. Makes your Foolish either a Brave starter or like a fantastic hand trap in the matchup. And then onto the extra deck. I'm starting with it. Double Prank Kids Battle Butler. Suffice it to say, I did not summon a second one. So
Technically didn't play it for the second one.
So, funny story. Got into top 16. Got a deck check for the first time of the day. Got a game loss for going into top 16 because apparently when I was on the website filling out my deck list, I accidentally double-clicked Battle Butler and put in 2 of them.
Oh my god.
So as I'm about to verse the Eldritch player that everybody's warning me about, they go, "You're getting a game loss and Nightmare Unicorn is coming out of your deck and you're putting a second Battle Butler in there."
Oh God.
So that was horrific. Still managed to win somehow.
Makes the story that much better.
Yeah, it makes it so much more beautiful.
Awesome.
Yeah. No, don't play 2 of these.
It
Play,
was a unicorn.
play Nightmare Unicorn, please. And then the Fusions, Rocket Ride, and Weather Washer. I summoned this once today. We don't play Instant Fusion, obviously, so it doesn't come up nearly as much, but I still think it's worth the slot, for sure. Yeah. And then...
Washer, nice though.
Yeah, this card crazy. Anybody that watched the finals, I finally did the thing that came up
Yeah.
where you just get to keep attacking trap decks and they never get to respond because they can't respond because of Weather Washer. It's crazy. And then the other 2 fusions, it's Starving Venom for the generic Super Poly, and then DPE. Yeah, I summoned this like 3 or 4 times throughout the event. I definitely think Super Poly was the call. No complaints from these. 1 Meow, soon to be at 0.
Rip.
2 Doodle Doo. I know a lot of lists play 3. Don't think you need it at all. You use 2 in the base combo, and then you end up shuffling 1 back, and that's all you ever need for the rest of the game. So it was pretty easy to cut that to fit the cards that I'm about to show you in a moment. The 1 Bow Wow Bark, obviously, for the combo. And then access code for gaming people, although I can't summon this with 5300 attack because I don't have Nightmare Unicorn in my extra. And then double Link Spider. So this comes up when you get nibbed and you still have pranks. You can prank, summon a token, make 2 of these to make your Anaconda. It comes up in other random situations too. I think I summoned it like twice today, so definitely worth the slots because you have several fairly open slots in Prank Kids. And then double Anaconda. you ever summon this? I summoned the second one once.
That's what we cut the third doodle
I
for.
think, yeah. I never summoned a third doodle ever, and there was occasionally a point where like this gets popped on summon, where they negate it and I live for a turn, and then I can make another one on the next turn. It came up enough to where it was worth the slot. So.
Did you ever miss Link Rebo or Dark Charmer?
Dark Charmer for sure, but
It's good, but we don't play Souls.
yeah, you're not
so
playing
it's a little harder to
Souls,
make.
so you'd have to play Link Kuriboh and Dark Charmer to ever summon it, and I just couldn't see myself linking off a Fansies and then like probably my Doodle to make a Dark Charmer. So yeah, that's probably the biggest advantage to the 60 card build, but nah.
Souls, not the way.
Yeah, you don't need it. And thanks to Cameron for letting me spend the whole weekend away from the house to play a children's card game. So.
We all love it.
Yes, sir.